We're very excited to be joined this week by a true icon of musical theatre. From Wicked to Les Misérables, and We Will Rock You to her stunning studio albums, our next guest really has defied gravity and rocked stages around the world. It can only be the Queen of the West End and Broadway, Kerry Ellis. Kerry, welcome to Showcase. We're delighted to have you here. You have pretty much had all of the big iconic roles on the West End that there are to have. Nancy and Oliver, Grizabella in Cats, Fontine and Les Mis, and Elphaba in Wicked. Where do you go from there? Have you played them all yet? Is there anything left?
Oh, I think that's the joy with theatre and musicals, is that it always is changing, it's always evolving, and there's always stuff to do. And I'm just fortunate that things keep happening and these opportunities keep coming, and I do lots of different things. So I like the variety, and I'm grateful to have played some of those amazing roles.
And though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. Anything, anything, anything. Anything goes.
Let's talk about Wicked, because you played Elphaba not only on the West End but also on Broadway. How significant a moment was that for you, playing Elphaba?
Yeah, huge. And it's been such a big part of my life through the years. Obviously, I did it in London for a little while, and then I went to Broadway, which was amazing. I came back into London a few years later and did it again. But I think now that the movie's come out, it's kind of opened it up to a whole new generation. Suddenly my kids are interested in it.
Something bad is happening in Oz.
The best way to bring folks together is to give them a real good enemy.
You have no real power.
That's why I need you.
Don't let her get away! This wicked witch.
And the music, I mean, I've been singing these songs for years, all over the world, and it always kind of bowls me over how people react to it, how they have a connection to it in some way, whether they've seen it somewhere or it was the first musical they saw or whatever.
Yeah.
But now that the movie's come out, it's just gone crazy again, and it's this kind of gift that keeps giving.
And it's come full circle for you too, because you have a cameo role in the second Wicked movie. What's your role?
Well, the funny thing is that we all signed NDAs when we did the movie, so we weren't really meant to speak about it.
Right.
But I've told everyone, so it's fine.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, it was such a great day. There was a few of us that have done the show before. And then we did go on set and did a couple of days and with Rhiannon, who was just beautiful, and she's such a fan of the show, and she was so overwhelmed that we were all there. It was just a really nice experience.
Now, where did it all start for you? When did you know that musical theatre was exactly what you wanted to do?
I was started very early I was in a local dance school, I was in a little church room, doing my ballet classes, and I kind of never looked back. It was always, that was the thing I was going to do. But I think you always remember your first musical, and Les Mis was the first one I ever saw. My parents took me up to London for my 13th birthday. And I remember, kind of going in and seeing this dark theatre and hearing that orchestra go bum, bum, dum, 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 and kind of going, it's really exciting. And that probably was a real moment for me of I just kind of was blown away by how real it was and how I was moved by it.
And then to be Fontine in Les Mis years later, what was that like then?
Oh, amazing. It's like when I always say to people, dream big.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing when you do have those real big dreams and then you start actually getting close to them and then they actually happen. and to then be on that stage and hear that orchestra go dun, dun, and I'm actually about to start the show was a real moment for me.
Brian May, Queen's lead guitarist. Now, you met him in We Will Rock You.
Your big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing.
What was he like in person?
Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, he became a mentor, I think, early on because not so much while I was doing the show, but after I was doing the show, we started to go into the studio, and we kind of took quite a while to release my very first album, which was Anthems, in 2010. He was kind of helping me navigate a studio of how to mix an album and what kind of songs to choose and how to do arrangements, and he kind of educated me all through that. So at the time he was kind of a mentor, but now he's been in my life like nearly 24 years, and he's just like another member of the family. You know, my kids call him Uncle Brian, and he's just always been there. Now over the years we've gone on to, do albums and tours and perform together. And yeah, he's just a great friend, a great human, and he cares about the industry. I think that's what's really important.
Somebody find me somebody to love, and anybody find me.
And Queen of the West End, which is based on your memoir and your stories and your experience. Tell us a bit more about what audiences can expect from it.
Yeah, so we did it last year. We did, I think, 45 dates at the end of last year.
Oh, wow.
I even played the theatre that I grew up in, like the Regal in Stowmarket.
Oh, lovely.
Which was so iconic, like for me, it was so nostalgic to go back to. And then my show is basically me telling my story about my last 25, 30 years. The shows that I've done, the albums that I've done, and I play some songs, I sing some songs, and it's just a really nice evening out, and people seem to really love it. So it went so well last year that we're going to do it again this year, and we're going to nip into the vaudeville in London just for now before we go there.
On the West End. To wrap it all up, well, you have an incredible story to tell, Kerry. You are remarkably talented, and we really appreciate you talking to us here at Showcase, and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me.